Alright, it's the top 8 levels of the competition. Time to get serious. No messing around. There's no room for funny business. This is serious business. People's reputations are on the line here. We gotta make sure that things are happening right. Absolutely no room for goofiness at all. What's that? Wait, what's this guy doing here? Skipped work to watch the tournament. What the? We can't have stuff like this. That's like fake identity fraud. Can't be having that. Oh no. I'm now an employee of McWiley's. Oh god, is this an item? I think I might be disqualified. Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in to more MaGMML3 tonight. I'm pretty excited. I don't think we're gonna get through all of tier 15 tonight, but we're gonna be playing some banger levels, and honestly, the quality from tier 14 to 15 has been a pretty noticeable jump if I'm being honest. Not saying that tier 15 levels have been my absolute favorite, but I have high hopes for the rest of this stuff, so there we go. You're going to be a certified silly boy, but then the melee players aren't going to take you seriously. What will you do then? Everybody knows we need that echelon. Oh, hey, Snore on Pyro. I did not know that she actually submitted something for this competition. Independently of, you know, the clusterfuck that she had to inherit. And the Polish guy might not get along. You know, behave yourselves. I trust you. You're adults, right? So far, we got a pretty... I like the aesthetic here. It's kind of like got a cotton candy kind of vibe to it. Without being overly bright and, you know, super saturated. Very interesting in Abandoned Factory and Action Park. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a small sample size, but still. Ooh, okay. Cool gimmick. Clear indication of how long it lasts. And pretty obvious on what it does. This stop? Or... okay, maybe that's an auto stop. I'm gonna guess. Let's see. Hope everybody's doing pretty well tonight. I'm happy to be here. I had an eventful day at work. I say eventful, it was mostly just like a million billion meetings happening back to back. Well, maybe I could have... oh wait, no, I can probably just, special weapons. Billion meetings back to back, which is not the worst thing at my job. I don't hate going to meetings. But, you know, it certainly was an unorthodox day as a result. My social battery was pretty drained by the midday, so... It's good to actually come back and do some socializing that I want to do now. I gotta say, the enemy selection here is top-notch already. These are enemies that normally I would not give a second thought with gravity, but because of the, you know, free grav situation, I actually have to think about them a lot more. And also, it's a very good use case for the Mega Man 5 dropper enemies, too, because, like, those things are normally so annoying to actually... what the... okay, I guess it's a return trip. So annoying to actually play around because of how long that little drip lasts. Because we have free movement, it's not so bad. Music here ain't bad either. It's a little atmospheric for my taste, but I'm loving it. I don't know why I tried to jump out and shoot them like that. That is the most dangerous proposition I possibly could have done. So am I gonna loop? I hope I loop back around. I know that there was a secret room over there, but I didn't, you know. Oh, whoopsie. Got swept up. Hex of using Galaxy Man flight physics from MaGMML3. Oh yeah, I guess so. It really shows how long it's been since I played MaGMML3. I can't remember almost anything but Sheriff Man from that game. I think I will have to... honestly, I will have to replay MaGMML3 on this channel at some point. As a much future goal, because I don't remember how, you know, that game works, yet it's so kind of crucial to understanding, you know, what goes on with the other entries. I guess I'll need to come back for that one token. Ovel. Soviet Unions, Europeans. Yeah, I gotta say, it is interesting that there's so many Europeans in chat. I know Grim pointed it out the other day. Oh, that was almost cool. But it is odd, you know? At least from my perspective, I didn't think that so many Europeans would be tuning into American viewer just because of the time zone difference. I mean, I guess that, you know, it does take all kinds and all time zones and, you know, night owls and such, but I don't know. For me, I'm not the type of person who stays up until 4 a.m. And watches streams. I'm the kind of person who maybe stays up till 2 if I have it in me. And, you know, chats with my night owl friends on Discord. Not that you're not appreciated here, I'm just saying it's a little bit unusual from what I would have expected. Oh, okay, I see what I'm doing there. That's neat. To actually pay attention. Ah, damn it. Didn't quite do it. Mega Man 4 was released in Japan 3 weeks before the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Oh man, the poor artists for Dr. Cossack then. Their art just didn't didn't quite line up by a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can't do something funny like this. Oh, okay, another stage where the tornado blow kind of interacts strangely. I see. Oh, hey, don't leave without me. What the fuck? Okay, well, it left without me. Retry? Can't do anything else here. And before those, yeah, I think I got that. One at the moment that I hit it, I understood what was going on there, but decided to say, yeah, you know, I can special weapon my way through it. In fact, I think I'll do it again. Oh no. There we go. Okay, perfect. Definitely not jank whatsoever. Alright, this is a good test. Don't shoot too rapidly. Although relying on the top spot, yeah, I guess that is the error in my ways. Alright, we'll rely on the bottom one a little bit more then. Why is there a communist revolution going on in my chat right now? Are y'all really that nostalgic for the good old days? I didn't think the Europeans would be. Oh boy, this is I'm going to get destroyed by this timing window. I want to rush a little bit too much. Okay, that works. It's jankin' time. Well, we haven't quite clipped through the floor yet, so we'll be okay. I did get clipped by that bar, but you know. And now that wasn't against the rules of the competitive nature of this. See, I said no E tanks in the title. That was a W tank actually. So we're still good. Jenko clock at this time of day, at this part of the country, localized entirely within this MaGMML stream. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have gone. Oh, well, okay, I guess that timing wasn't actually that bad there. Then again, I did just face take my way through this. Oh, interesting. I missed 2 tokens? I thought I only missed 1. Ow. I think the challenge progression in this level is pretty sweet. It's, I mean, the token paths definitely throw a wrench into, like, okay, it gets way more challenging on the token paths, a lot more to actually pay attention to. But it's still cool use of these enemies and, you know, a whole path like this. Oh, there was a green there. Okay, barely hit it in time. Yikes. Ow. Alright. I like the fact the controls are just floaty enough to make me, like, have to, you know, a little bit of awkwardness to where it's like I don't have perfect control to, you know, navigate between all this. It takes a little bit more skill and finesse than I maybe have right now, but it definitely feels like something I could master if I just, you know, took some time to do so. I think this is probably my favorite level I actually have played so far. This is sick. It's maybe a little bit ambitious for or a little bit more than what I would expect out of just a regular classic series Mega Man level, but you know, it's not too bad. Exclude level straight up as a boss fight against Skinner. Yeah, I saw a thumbnail for that. Or no, wait, actually no, I did actually see that in Flashman's videos. It's funny the stuff people tried to get away with here. Ooh, okay, all right. This is a cool-ass boss, and it's making use of the gravity gimmick. It feels kind of X-like without being too far into that kind of direction. Hey, get back here, hey! Keep me going, alert, Mega Man alert. Wait, sir, that's a lot of balls. Where did you have room to store all of this? Ah, damn it. Not enough time to get down to slide. Alright. But I like that. That actually, you know, is a good discouragement against buster spam. I'm going to do it anyways, but it's a good way to discourage you from just spamming the buster the entire time. I'm not very good at this segment, but, you know, it's fun. Okay, this is lasting maybe a little bit longer than it should. Okay. Alright. Maybe a little bit longer than I would have preferred, but nothing that I would actually say is overly frustrating. I would have just made a slightly different design tweak right there. Let's go back for some of the tokens before I actually review what's going on with the level. Sweet, another plushie. Still no Tempura Man, but we'll get there one day. Let me open up. I keep a running log of things to talk about. I forgot to open it before stream. Let me bring it up here for a second. Yeah, it does drag on a little bit. There we go. All right, back into the level. Communism, man. You're going to Warsaw. Oh, a fate worse than death. I assume incorrectly, probably. I've only done limited traveling in my life, or well, that's not true. I've only done limited international travel in my life. I've been around the U.S. quite a bit. I've been to Italy once. Actually, that was I decided to study Italian in high school because as you will learn, I am Italian American, and so as kind of a little gift for studying so well for 4 years, Dad decided it was a good time to go on an Italian vacation with him, me, and his Italian girlfriend at the time. And I don't know, Italy was very beautiful. I would definitely love to go see it again. Maybe see some more stuff outside of Rome and Ostia. What else? I would love to actually go travel around Europe a little bit more. I just haven't really, you know. I guess I would say maybe haven't found the time. But I think more accurately is I just, you know, haven't making it a priority to have motivation. But I don't know. I think Europe is very interesting with you know, all sorts of little historical nuances and things to learn about it. I mean, I took AP Euro history over AP American history, so that should really tell you something about who I actually tend to think is has the more interesting stories. I also study a fair bit of Russian history. Well, I won't say a fair bit, but, you know, I took a couple of Russian/Soviet classes, history classes in college, because I honestly always thought that that was the most interesting country I could possibly focus on. They're always just a little bit backwards, and it makes for very entertaining and tragic stories. I will always remember the time that I learned that it was Peter the Great basically once force-fed an ambassador from some other country several Jello shots in a row because he heard that he liked them, and he just wouldn't stop. And eventually, like, an aide to Peter had had to, you know, pull him away so that way the, like, ambassador didn't, like, vomit all over the place. Good times. Crazy-ass country. From start to finish. Oh, that was the... Ah, I see. That was the alternative path. Alright. That was a good little choking challenge, then. Who did this? Peter the Great of, you know, the old Russian Empire, apparently. There might be a slight misremembrance. I'm not quite sure. But I'm pretty sure that is a real fact that I learned. If not, the other fun one is that, you know, apparently one of the Tsaruses had a entire house, or one of the Tsaruses saw that her duchess was getting married to a jester, and so as a reward for their honeymoon night, she, you know, ordered several serfs and servants and all that stuff to carve a castle out of ice and force them to spend their honeymoon night in there. Very pleasant time in Siberia, I'm sure. Right, turn the music back up to its default volume. Okay, so, extra fun level. I loved that. That was probably my favorite level so far in the competition. It had good aesthetics. Music was, you know, maybe a little ambient for my taste, but very solid overall. Fit the kind of, you know, moderate pace of the level. Free gravity gimmick still manages to stand out amongst all of the other kind of gravity stages that have existed in this competition so far. It had a good, like a solid stage length to it, without, you know, including the time you might spend on certain token challenges. It made use of enemies that often get overlooked, and in a way that was better than their original incarnations. And it combined it with the gimmick very nicely. There was also a good balance between just using the gimmick on its own to solve a room, and then also having to, like, you know, keep the gimmick going. You had to continue the gravity. Look out for the fact that, like, you know, there's a green button over there that you need to shoot. It's, you know, nondescript, but, like, if you're not paying attention, you're not going to find it. It was very good. It was both great to play from just a simple jump and shoot gameplay perspective, creative, and it also engaged my brain a little bit. You know, the end boss was also cool. Aside from the desperation attack lasting maybe an eternity and doing all of the damage that I received in that fight. But that one nitpick aside, I would say this was a jammin' level. I love this. That's something the Slavs would do. Very true. Claim Heinard hard bass remix. I don't know if I need Burn to the Ground shouted in my head even louder. Alright, so, what do we have here from the judges? Downright beautiful, visually and musically. Strong level, fun free flight, and many challenges. Naturally easing it into different situations. Good rise and fall difficulty curve. Let's see. A heavy abundance of spikes kind of shoots the place in the foot, and not for the reasons one would assume. The folks who have played the level would already know the spikes here are damage spikes, which works much better for the actual free flight mechanics. Unfortunately, the only way for the player to learn that the spikes here won't kill you is to touch them. Yeah. Hey, Mick? Yeah. Like, that's how these spikes work. I mean, I don't know if there's another way to convey besides a text box that these spikes don't instantly kill you. Like, yeah. I don't feel like that's a valid criticism. Creates the incentive to bum rush the free flight sections. I guess I agree. I mean, I did that, you know, to a certain extent because it was just easier to do. I guess I would say that's maybe one flaw of the level, is that for the most part, it's generous enough with health that if you just want to kind of blast right through the, you know, rotating fire bars or the couple of hornet enemies that are there, you can usually just face tank a lot of it. But, you know, the way I played it, it was fine. But it's also, it's a valid strategy to just face tank your way through. So, you know. Let's see, in the dodge or die sections, this won't break the level by itself. But the moving, crushing walls really exacerbate the lost practice. Yes, their timing is consistent, but if you're focusing on not running out the death timer, tracking the timing of the walls isn't something you're really doing. It also doesn't help that it's not 100% clear what does and doesn't stop the things. They didn't expect it to go through the wall in the auto-scroller, which was a mildly annoying death. Did that happen? I don't remember. That said, one thing to be clear on, the chance of the player actually running out of flight time is pretty slim. The whole gimmick is timed expertly well, and for folks who see this in the higher tiers, they'll likely not encounter the rushing fears that I faced when I had no grasp of what I was in for. But it's also important to note that if you do run out of time, you're kind of screwed. You don't die instantly, some sections can be survived, but generally it is a slightly slower death when time runs out. Yeah, I guess there are places where you're probably just kind of stuck on a bed of 7 damage spikes and just kind of have to say, I don't know, I guess this is my life now. In the end, this level is good. It does the best it can with the tools it has, and the result is fun overall. It's a bit smaller. Being a smaller one than I usually have, my number one piece of advice is to adjust the spikes in the early sections, whether it's graphical changes or scrapping them altogether. Don't threaten to kill the player for failure if they haven't really practiced yet. I'll also advise toning down the bullet hell eyeball at the end. Yeah, could be a bit. Always nice to see a new... very happy Shinryu. It's always nice to see a new take on a somewhat overdone level theme or gimmick. In those regards, it's easily one of the most memorable and well-designed anti-gravity stages I've played in a long time. A graphic that shows spikes on the number 7. I mean, that's just about as blatant as you could possibly get it. You know, it's... I guess it's true. You could do that. I don't know. To me, that feels like it's taking things out of... taking you out of the game a little bit. I don't mind the idea of the spikes just being damaging and you have to figure that out. Like, it's fine. To me, it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. If anything, you could just make it like a block that has like tiny spikes on it if you really want to visually communicate that it's not like, the instant death spike of Mega Man, but, Skibidi Toilet ended my 5-year relationship. Get him, Grinspecs, get him! I hope that that's not actually true, because that would be a very petty thing to end a relationship over. Unless that's the only thing they would ever talk about, and they were like an actual Skibidi Toilet stan. From like the actual music video. It's hard to actually pick a place to begin, since there's so many good aspects to the level. Be the main gimmick, it functions well, it's fun to control, and the level design does a great job. Challenge ramps up. Virtually every obstacle and enemy configuration is fun and engaging. Voice cracking still at the age of 26. Yikes. If a bit tight at times, face planting into a lot of hazards, although this did help me discover that the spikes in the stage are only damaging rather than instant death. This made the level a lot less overwhelming than it initially appeared. That being said, there is one part that I did think was a bit much. During the ending auto-scroller segment, it's very easy to miss the first block pillar. The ones that shift from left to right. This can result in you being crushed the moment you try to ascend the next part. I don't even recall what they're talking about. That's the weird thing. That one moment aside, though, the rest of the stage played out extremely well. For as much as I love the level, End Boss might just be my favorite thing in it. The main gimmick is incorporated into the fight wonderfully throughout its different phases, which makes for a very entertaining and different sort of battle. The only rough spot I encounter is during this desperation phase. Occasionally he'll shoot 4 tiles worth of projectiles that you need to slide under to avoid. I found the timing for dodging these to be really strict. Yeah, I did get caught by that a number of times. Yeah, no, otherwise, I agree completely with Shinryu. Amazing work. Not real, it's a meme. Good. Critical error and cascading. Neat and unique central gimmick with the orbs giving you temporary flights. The stage definitely uses to its full potential. Mario-like fire bars, fast-moving obstacles. Too many variants that give out their own specific duration of flight. I can kind of agree with that. It's a small nitpick, but I can kind of agree that I think there was 4 or 5 different variants on the amount of flight time you would get from the blocks. It's a bit much especially when it's on a spectrum of color from red to green. Some of them do look kind of similar. I think maybe in that instance, it might be good to almost just have the count bomb graphic of, how many seconds it's going to give you. But, I don't know. I was also just bitching about how spikes shouldn't have numbers on them, so what do I know? Let's see. With some orbs allowing reusage faster and some not recharging at all is another inconsistency. I'm not sure if there are any graphical distinctions between them. You also get triggered by special weapons, where in some parts, like the auto-scrolling section, you will probably run out of flight at the wrong moment if you decide to toggle those orbs with a different timing than the level designed around. Yeah, true, they are very generous, but you could definitely screw yourself over with like a stray elect beam, or I shudder to think what Spark Chaser could do in this level. That would probably really ruin things. I appreciate that the spikes aren't instant death in this one, because there's definitely an abundance of them. The boss, which I assume is said system core, is cool, with the incorporation of the flight gimmick. And the boss can shift around so quickly, it can be hard to land shots. Well, it's fine, it's mobile, right? You kind of want it to be. And then the final phase could do without just a little bit, oh yeah, audio mixing. A little bit of audio skill. What girl busts it down with a little bit of audio skill, Mega Man style? Is she goated with the sauce? Shinryu's eye display so far was Judge Portrait. It looks like it's elevated onto his forehead. Maybe. I don't know. The shine on his head looks a little bit big. I guess it's not that big in comparison to the reaction photo that's there. Actually, speaking of that reaction photo, let's change that one out. Shinryu's been there since last stream. Let's change it over to... What have we not seen in a while? We haven't seen Ace Spark in a minute. I think I haven't... Yeah, but I don't think I've used this Mick one yet. Let's do that. There we go. Didn't end up my 3-year relationship? Mario Kart. Oh no, did y'all have a big fight over you know, who's better, Dry Bones or Luigi? Or what the hell happened? That sounds unfortunate. I could see Mario Kart definitely breaking up a relationship though. It is just as infuriating as Mario Party, if not more. I think it is more. I refuse to play Mario Kart with people. It's just not fun. I honestly prefer Mario Party. That, you know, that hair-pulling game, or series of games. Before recognizing the clever trick to entering the last token area, I noticed I was this close to getting there using the anti-grav buttons in the shack below. This obvious, infuriatingly precise solution technically and eventually worked, but the incredible aggravation damaged my ability to fully enjoy the level. I didn't notice having a problem. When I look at the meticulous care that went into every single screen... Okay, I can't go any higher. It makes me realize that I was an unobservant dunce. Still, I can think of ways that confusion could have been avoided. I wish I could shake off the residual frustration from my first playthrough, because otherwise hold this level in very high regard. The atmosphere is outstanding. Graphics are characterized by detailed simplicity and a soothing color palette. I love the relaxed intensity of the main music, and the boss music is a great segue. Although the anti-grav buttons rely on color recognition, at least I can tell them apart. I have complaints, but not many. It's annoying that buttons are so often hidden behind the health bar. It's jarring surprise that moving walls can pass through solid objects. In the long run, weapon refills would have been more useful than health at the last checkpoint. Boss, which doesn't strike me as a falling? Falling? Ooh, yeah, falling. That is odd. I've been misreading as failing this whole time. Could have done without a prolonged encore of MaGMML3's Spiked Wall Man. However, the enemy roster is a perfect fit for these gimmicks, and every asset gets a chance to shine without overstaying its welcome. Learning curves exquisite. Each challenge reflects a keen understanding what players have learned and should be expected to demonstrate. Be able to have total freedom of movement, counterbalanced by expertly measured time constraints and a bit of sharpshooting, and the slightly floaty physics work well too. Mario-style fireball wands work well in the environment. The auto-scrolling is an excellent way to finish the level. Top-tier level, and I'm annoyed that I don't love it. Beat my ex in a Mario Kart race, and she got so mad that she broke up with me. Damn, that's... that's messed up, bro. Sorry to hear that. I remember hosting a GameCube tournament during my high school years. Didn't participate myself. I do remember that everyone got smoked in Mario Kart here by the only girl there. She went undefeated that entire segment. Damn, top-seeded material right there. I've sworn off Mario Kart ever since I had Mario Kart DS and like tried to do the Mirror Cup and get all I think all S ranks on those, or win the Grand Prix and all the win the top rank on the Grand Prix in those. I can't do Mario Kart anymore. It's so frustrating fighting against the AIs. And then it's even more frustrating fighting against your friends, because somehow they all know how the game works, and we have again, we get the melee phenomenon, where or the Smash Brothers phenomenon, whereas the moment you have one friend who's way better at the game than everyone else, suddenly it just no longer becomes fun to play anymore. Yeah, you'll win every single goddamn time. I hate Mario Kart. It's been 10+ years since I've played a Mario Kart game, and I'm just fine with that. Average day in Poland given broke up with because of Mario Kart. Bro, you're not my ex. Unless. I like the stage quite a bit, more than a bit actually. It's one that lends itself to replayability, mostly due to being fairly easy to learn, difficult to master. I dig that. Yeah, I also agree. Because of the subtlety in the controls, it would be fun to master that no damage, or at least, in a much cleaner fashion, going through as quick as possible. I like it a lot. Oopsie, wrong button. Rarity that any stage in these contests makes you want to scratch the competitive itch or better you're playing, but this does. It's a Switch-activated flight gimmick. It's very unique and fluid, and I tend to get the most enjoyment out of a well-designed mobility gimmick. It's seasoned enough to challenge the player, builds upon itself, and the final climb is excellent. The side token challenges were rather neat. Required weapon usage? No, they didn't. I only used weapons when I wasn't really figuring out how to get past that one segment buster only, or get into the third token. It was designed such that it causes the player to figure out what and how to use, which is my favorite way of making forced weapon usage feel earned. Ace, I literally don't know what you're talking about here. Might have preferred introducing the crushers in the main level first, though, rather than in a side room, but that's a nitpick. It's also graphically very pleasing. Pretty tile set, details, animation, parallax. One of the many mine shaft levels? I guess that was all earth and rock and mine shafty stuff. I do wish the new gimmick activators were a bit more obvious to see. Yeah, they can blend in a bit, but I think that's what also makes it really work during the auto-scroller segment. The fact that you have to actually look for where the green block is to shoot. I think that's good. And more visual attention than dexterity skill. I think requiring visual attention is like, a good thing. I think you want your brain to be on when you're playing a Mega Man game. Do not like the stage's boss. The time is devoted to any of its early patterns, so there's no real chance for the player to get used to them. But what do you mean by that? So both parts of the first phases might as well not exist. Due to one easy to dodge attack, move on, never see it again. Oh yeah, I mean, it is pretty easy to dodge. Maybe the player bungles dodging some of the other attacks. No real idea what it even did, but, we can get through it. Yeah, the final phase, you don't fight it, you time it out. It does just take a long time. I thought this also missed the mark on the dodging being fun. Oop, typo. Misses space there, Ace Spark. Disqualified. Whole feels like it drags. It's a confusing light show, and frankly, the entire thing felt super unnatural timing-wise. Fighting against the gimmick physics rather than mastering them. Yeah, a little bit, but it encouraged you not to buster spam, so. And from the player's failure, other than a health bar ticking down, despite what might be some clever pattern dodging, it feels like the player has no agency in besting the boss. I wouldn't go that far. There definitely is some. It just felt like it took a long time. Maybe throw the final phase as a shorter attack cycle throughout the fight. Use early phases again so the player has to pay attention to things. Feels jank with the accessibility controls. It's not your fault, it's not in the game at the time of level designing. Just a post-playthrough suggestion to others that find themselves needing them. Turn them off for at least the boss. I found the levels fine with them, but the boss is a bit better with them turned off. Huh. I wonder what that actually changes here. Still came away positive. One of the few things preventing it from being labeled as one of my favorites is that boss. It's a shame, but that's just how it is. Very true. Very true. Polish aunt. Maybe. Might be some fun stuff there. Mario Court? I think that's just the Ace Attorney collaboration. I could see Mario being prosecuted in that court. The only problem is that he's going to be making, incomprehensible noises instead of actually speaking words. Just like this guy. Another addition to the disagree with Ace Spark opinion. I mean, all right, look. While we are poking fun here, and I definitely do disagree with a lot of A-Spark's manic opinions, I think that one is maybe a little bit excessive. I had some small disagreements. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. Okay, actually, maybe the visual one is a big disagreement, but whatever. I didn't get heated over it. Pick that! I could see. Oh yeah, no, Mario as the defense attorney, or the would actually be pretty fun. Him interrupting things. Objection. Hold it. Hey, that one doesn't work so well. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Nearly there. Useful advice, but how exactly are you swimming? Find Vsauce noise engage. What? It's easy. Mechanically, low gravity is exactly the same as water after wall. Exactly? Is that how the aerodynamics works? I mean, we have put fish into space before. They kind of just lose their bearings for a while because they're not used to the fact that there isn't actual gravity. But then they eventually adjust to the fact that they can just swim completely freely in 3 dimensions, exerting the same amount of, muscular force each way. It's pretty cool. And then you bring them back to Earth and they're like, oh god, gravity, what am I doing? I don't know where to go. It's nice and cold out here in space. But not too cold, thanks to this tiny hat. Are you cold? I've got a spare. Yay, that doesn't exactly work on my head. Woohoo! Alright. Bowser's already been a judge if you count the Super Show. I was born a little too late to watch the Super Show. Oh, experience being in court thanks to Sunshine. Yeah, that didn't work out too well for him, did it, huh? For vandalism. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently somebody that looks kind of like him, that fake blue Mario, is enough to get him incriminated. It's the same thing as the, Sonic and Shadow problem. Apparently that just fools judges and governments all over the place. Just, I guess if you have a doppelganger that looks mildly like you, it's good enough to fool any court of law. Alright, Blizzard Resort. Grimspecs be saying this is the one I'm gonna love the most. I hope that he's right. Ah, Crash, thank goodness you're here. It's terrible! A gang of robot masters that look just like me has taken over my ski resort, and all my worker robots have gone crazy. Oh no, you also got blamed for incorrect things? Can't believe that this is a common pattern in video game courtrooms. Couldn't stop them myself, there were just too many of them for me to even deal with. If I'm ever gonna hope to get my resort back, it's important that you not take those knockoffs down. Alright, we're fighting Chinese knockoffs. Epic. Please, Crash, help a friend of me in need. I think we're all friends here. You're no longer working for Dr. Wily, Mr. X, fake man in sunglasses and a beard. Flight simulator, yeah, true. Oh, that's a very fun graphic for the snow falling down. Ooh, and speaking of good graphics, I like the way that those snowflake enemies look. The music here is a little quiet, so let's fix that. Alright, good way to use the snow, not just to cover spikes, but also as temporary platforms. And I'm guessing there's something for... Yeah, token sign that way, good. I think, isn't this actually a... Aw, damn it. Isn't that actually a reuse of the Napalm Man tile set in the background there? Isn't that the background? Or is that... No, it's the Stone Man tile set, isn't it? It's a very, pretty recoloring of it. I love it. Let's see. What else is up? I don't know if anybody here plays Helldivers, but I have actually recently gotten back into it after taking a long break from it. And I have found, I found it to be fun to return to. And apparently they pushed out a major patch today. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it, but I was pretty worried for a time that they were absolutely just going to ruin things again. Just make it so, the game was unplayably difficult, things weren't fun. Because when I did play it again, it was really only, super challenging again on, well, that's a cool inversion of the Guts Lift's expectation. It was only super challenging, challenging on, difficulty 10. And I would also agree that maybe it's not best to have everything be functional on the highest difficulty. I think it's fine to have a meta picks on the highest difficulty. And it seems what they did this time with the patch is they just buffed everything again, which, well, not everything, but a lot of things to bring them up to speed, which, I don't know. I guess it's good. Load up variety fun. It depends on what they want to do with the game. It seems like they just kind of want to lean into the whole, you know, American democracy TMTM experiment power fantasy at this point, which I guess I can respect, but, you know, I guess I was hoping to have a little bit more of strategery in what I had to choose. I still have to have some to play at the highest difficulty, but I don't know. We'll see where the game goes. I'm interested, honestly. The fact that they managed to get me back in after bungling things so badly a couple months ago, it ought to be a good enough sign that that nature is healing. Uh-oh, that almost got me. Oh, okay. It's silent. Oh, hey! Oh, hey! There's all the fake Blizzard men. I missed a token somewhere? What? I did, damn it. Help! Help me! Help! That's funny. Partially modified graphic-wise, besides just being a recolor, but yes, don't know Tassa. Never played Helldivers, the uncle has, though. Cool uncle. I don't have anybody in my family who still plays video games. Dad introduced me to the Atari and Game Boy when I was very young, but outside of that, and maybe a couple of arcade machines, you know, he doesn't really partake anymore. It just became too much for him. I actually, Mom used to play The Sims, actually, a hell of a lot when I was younger. We had our old Windows XP. Oh, damn it. I understood what was going on just a little bit too late. And, yeah, she really got into that. I was a little bit too scared as a kid about, Sims 1 was a just very creepy game in general. Like, there was a lot of, like, very, like, bone-chilling sound effects in that, and also, like, genuinely kind of scary things that could happen. Like, there was constant, like, usage... Oh, damn it. I missed it. There was, like, constant usage of, like, the phone just, like, mysteriously ringing, and it's just, you know, some prank call, but, like, some of them can get pretty ominous, like, you know, they're coming for you tonight, or, you know, like, you better watch out or something. Like, it's, like, literally haunting you with this taunting, like, you know, happy drama mask. And on top of that, the fucking burglar music in that game is just about the scariest sound stinger I've ever heard in my life. If you haven't heard it, I encourage you, like, look up the burglar sound effect, like, right now. If you heard that shit while you were casually playing the game and just waiting for your Sims to wake up the next morning, you would also shit your pants in fear. Alright, I don't feel like dealing with that. Magna Shockwave, thank you. Tamagotchi Life on the 3DS. I'm gonna look it up. Please do. I might actually, well, if I remember by the end of the stage, maybe I will too. Okay, this is a fun way to actually engage with this boss. It's fairly simple, but a good way to make the squid seem fresh. Alright, let's see. So I will say, I'm having fun with this level so far. The design is really cool. I have to pay quite a bit of attention to what's going on. Enemies are also well designed. I'm not sure if it's quite hitting the favorite peaks yet, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll get a little bit more of Blizzard Man action going on, and my opinion will change. Oh, I could have broken through those the whole time? That would have been good information to have. Okay. I mean, it sounds like I just need to break through these, right? Aha. Okay, so maybe I need to break through them before they fall down. Ice keeps the squid. Very true. Have you ever had warm squid baking out in the sun? Doesn't sound good to me. Ah, I should have slid there. Well, actually, that doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Oh no, I screwed myself out of the only way of doing so. Very considerate to be able to back up there without absolutely blowing everything up. Alright, so we want to have exactly 4 blocks here at the end. Or that works too. Okay. And then we want to have only 3, so we tackle these out of the way. Alright, cool. Just listen to it. Yeah, it really is. You know what? Actually, I will pull it up right now. I kind of feel like the need to actually demonstrate what I'm talking about to everyone else. 1 second here. Because, yeah, this is burned in my brain. It's very hard to, like, get out of your head. Okay, Sims 1. There's 1 burglar theme. Cursed music? Not even cursed, just like genuinely terrifying music. Let me see here. Okay, so let's mute the game here for a second. Alright, well, that's not muting the game for me. Oh, well, okay, hold on. This is gonna make for a jarring experience for me if I can't mute the game, so... Let me... Wait, I could just master volume. That would make way more sense. Okay. So let's see. Here we go. Have this and sound capture. Where was my sound capture thing? There it is. Okay. And do I have that visible here? Desktop audio, blah, blah, blah. Make that visible. Okay. And play this video. That's the fucking sound effect. That is chilling to hear in a game with barely any music while your Sims are just peacefully sleeping at night. And it's just a completely random encounter for your house getting fucking robbed. Who did this? It's so mean. It genuinely sounds like game over sound. It's literally less threatening than like your Sims dying. This sounds more like someone else is about to like fucking stab you to death rather than just like, I don't know, some cartoon looking ass like burglar coming out and stealing your shit. Like, hold on. This is let me take a screenshot here real quick so I can exemplify it. Because like the burglar in this game does not exactly look very threatening. Okay, snip and sketch, got that thing up here. And like it's just a little cartoon guy, basically. Close enough. Actually, hold on, we'll just save the image. Makes sense. Downloads. Doing that. And then we'll pull him up here. I believe this is a screenshot. Yeah, this is what the guy looks like. It's this little jamoke. Like that's not threatening of a dude, yet he has the most ominous theme music in the world. It sounds like it's from a cheap horror movie. I mean, to be fair, it is from a cheap, eerie game, but it is still kind of just like, yeah, exactly. Jaw's gonna come to my house and stab me type of vibes from just a simple little Windows XP game. This is what they do to us. Oh my god. Wild Woody's Treasure Caves music. Yeah, all right. Fuck it. While we're taking a stream intermission, let's give it a shot. Wild Woody Treasure Caves. Oh god, I don't know how loud that is. Okay, that's definitely loud. Turn that down a little bit. I gotta say, I've heard worse. We listened to Sims 1. We were talking about the burglar alert theme. Yeah. And now we're listening to Wild Woody music. This is, I don't know. I would say this is maybe not the most anxiety-inducing thing. This is more just like, this is just penis music. This is just straight up penis music. I don't know if the internet has completely ruined my, my perception of things, but it's just penis music. This is the most threatening thing in the world. It sounds, if you want to make a Jaws analogy, this sounds like Jaws is chasing me with a rubber chicken. Wait till the grunting kicks in? What? Going hard on the drums. Oh, here comes the grunting. I don't know. Just sounds like a bar fight, or maybe some, you know, barbarians in the background. Oh, that kind of grunt. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, Mr. Bad Guy, he's coming around the corner. Sims 1 is your childhood. Well, damn, we were just talking about how all the time, like, my mom would actually play that when I was younger. Like, that was the only time she was ever into gaming. And, like, I was talking about how the Sims 1 burglar music just absolutely scared the living shit out of me. And almost anybody else just casually playing a funny little simulation game. Alright, intermission done. I guess back to Mega Man. Mega Man. Repeatedly takes damage over time. Yeah. Apparently we're not completely alone either. I cannot find the video on YouTube again for the life of me, but I know there was somebody made like a Sims 1 was eerie video, and like it really showcased like all the weird shit that happened in that game and how uniquely different it was from the other Sims games. Between all of the threatening crank calls and things burning down. Ah, TMNT, I understand. TMNT with many iframes, I also understand. Okay, at least he's Buster vulnerable, but like... Blizzard Donatello here is a little bit too invincible for my tastes. Yeah, like, see, that's a very tight window to actually hit him in. I guess because I'm trying to hit him before he bounces away. Still. Alright, one down. Oh, we're actually getting a Blizzard attacker. Nice. Ow! Hey! Hey, I'm walking here. Don't slide into me. Okay, so he's just gonna alternate that every time. Alright, good to know, I guess. Or not. Okay, he's gonna change it up because he's an asshole. Well, I guess that's better than just a monotonous back and forth. Fight's awesome. It's looking alright so far. Chill with chat while listening to bad video music stream. I absolutely want to do that. There's Donatello's the purple one. Yeah, you can tell I didn't grow up with TMNT. I wasn't really into that. Continuing the conversation and not really being into the quote-unquote boys shows when I was younger, like, yeah, that was, TMNT was not really my thing. I just don't know why, I never really got into it. But yeah, no, I think chill with chat and listen to music is definitely something I'm going to be doing someday. I just feel like, you know, there's a certain level of, let's just call it what it is. I want to be confident that many people are going to show up, so that way I could actually, you know, have a, you know, comfortable just chatting stream that doesn't run the risk of it just being me, you know, hemming and hawing with one or two people here. So, you know, one day it'll happen, but not quite right now. And it's also, honestly, it's funny you mention that. There is, every year, I do a stream with a friend. Well, not a stream, but a recording with a friend for the worst music of the year, where we drink a little bit and make fun of songs that I and the other person in the chat have never heard of, but the main friend actually presenting things has in fact heard of. And it's very funny to know how pop culture illiterate I am. While the other friend is very literate. I would recommend the channel to watch it on, but we need to scrub my real name of that first, so we're not getting that info at the moment. Okay, this is a bit awkward to dodge. I guess it's not too bad once you realize how this works, but... Blizzard Boys. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super into the Blizzard Boys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, Grim, but I think you might have mispredicted. I'm not... The stage is fun. It's not my favorite. This is a little bit excessive for a boss fight. And I know that I know from Ivolkari's thumbnail that there's a giant Blizzard Man just awaiting me after this for a 5th phase. I know that these are all simple, but it still drags on. Level would be your favorite, never said the boss. Ah. Shifting the slalom posts, I see. Very thematic. No, that level was pretty cool. I think I enjoyed Snore on Pyros more, honestly. But that's not to say this was bad in any way. I had a lot of fun with the gimmick. It was simple enough. And had some complexity to it. The enemy setups were also alright. But the, I don't know. I didn't feel like they were all that interesting. For the most part, the enemy setups felt like cannon fodder. I was able to kind of, you know... The snowflakes did present some challenge in getting around them, but other than that, wasn't really thinking too much about it. Alright, just focus on getting Snowflake Boy out of here first. It's just the easier target. Ow. Alright, come on. Yellow. One, two, three. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Learn how to count with the Blizzard Boys. And if you just mistime that a little bit, you get hit. It's annoying. Run back, get the last token. Very important Easter egg. Alright, we'll do. Alright, good music choice. Level's back in my good graces. Oh my god, it's even the alternate version that was unused in the game. That's a deep cut. I love that. I don't even think this is the superior version necessarily, but I think it's a really cool inclusion. Oh god, there's too much going on with this boss. Like, I mean, I guess I could be playing it a little bit less aggressively, but I don't know, he's gonna hit me with big rocks regardless. And dinged. He's orange, and orange, yellow. It's all indicators of bad chemistry. That is an extremely hyper niche inside joke that literally no one here is going to get, unless they also happen to watch the channel Explosions and Fire. I do not care to elaborate further. Ow. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, this is a... Even if all of these patterns are simple, this is a lot to fight through just to get back to the boss again. Still remember the Blizzard Boys part of the fight, the entire level would be perfect. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, the final fight would be alright as just the big boss. Still wouldn't be my perfect Mega Man stage, but, it would be fun nonetheless. Oh, right, these guys are coming. Oh, accidental weapon switch. Oh, but that works. Alright, get me out of here. Elect Beam, save me. Not a fan of that fast turnaround still. Alright. You don't get it. It's okay. You don't have to. Watch that Australian man's channel and you'll get the joke. French-British feud is whose capital sucks a little less. I'm an American. I have no dog in this argument at all. This is the one instance in which I don't have that dog in me. Yeah, okay, no, I'm not doing this again. Fuck this. Just pulling out all the weapons. Okay, back for the Easter egg and we'll be on our way. First a capsule. Oh, a cute Cyberman. Sweet. It's just one sucks tiny bit less. Well, what's the arguments on both sides? As a foreigner, I need to be informed so I can make an opinion that very much matters, you know. It's crucial that I have an opinion on the Paris-London debate. Otherwise, who would be able to call me an entertainer? Bump, bump. Alright, this should not take too long to get back to. There's apparently just a ladder that I wasn't looking at. Back at the ladder over here. Oh, yeah, did I not jump over? Or was it that I did jump over and should have went down the ladder? Okay, I think I should have went down the ladder. Ah, okay, I see. No. You get silverfish over by where you live, I swear I have to deal with the dozens. I've never seen a silverfish in my life, actually. Thankfully, I don't intend to. Those little bastards look kinda creepy, and I'm not really into it. Not exactly a bit, you know, I'm not really a bug phobia kind of guy, but, you know, silverfish definitely look kind of just straight nasty. Don't want to have to deal with those things. I just get the occasional house centipede when it gets cold, and that's about it. I used to have a big problem when I was living in Ohio with fungus gnats, just, you know, little flies, basically, because I had pepper plants around, and just the soil there just was a perfect breeding ground for them. Still have the pepper plants around today, but they don't actually cause problems anymore because now instead of relying on stupid organic shit like neem oil, I found a different organic shit that was some kind of bacteria that specifically feeds on the egg larvae of the fungus gnat. So now you can just spread the soil bacteria on the plant, and no more fungus gnats. See the 2 blocks above the token in that room. Easter egg. Aw, damn it, I have to jump again? I forgot that there's no platform there. Alright. Cool, autopilot. You don't see the cheats on. Don't worry about that. So what's over here? Excellent. This was a very important thing to go back for. Thank you. Actually, the British, one British stereotype against the French that their hygiene is bad, which is incredibly hypocritical. Yeah, considering who came up with that and who has the dentistry record in what country. Gave the guts platforms a new skin. Yeah, no, it's really cool. And it functions in just slightly different ways, too. I like it. It was, and, you know, it does something the guts platforms don't quite do and can't exactly do without, I guess, a little bit more programming, which is, you know, move in, gasp, 8 directions. I thought that was really awesome. Ohio? Yeah, I was an Ohio liver at some point. We don't have to talk about that. What in tarnation? Wiley's hip with the kids still? Greetings, Zerder. You just missed a very important, default dance. It's tragic that you didn't get to see it. Yeah, I mean, Wiley's more hip with the kids than fucking what's his name? The antagonist here is Dr. Regal. More hip with the kids than Dr. Regal is. We were in time, actually. Perfect. Then you know why this level got 7th place. Getting so high, that is. So let's see. Overall thoughts on everything here. Gimmick was good. Graphics were pleasant. You know, I like the snowfall effect. It was just the right level of atmospheric and not obnoxious. Enemy placements, enemy challenges were okay. The snowflakes got the best use out of any of the enemies. The other ones just started to feel like cannon fodder and really didn't do too much for me. And while the falling snow gimmick was cool, there was a lot of times where it was just, you know, generic falling platforms, or yeah, it didn't really jump out at me with a lot of pizzazz, right? So the German has escaped. Oh god, no. And then the last boss was just excessive, too much. Didn't really care for it. Overall, I'm not sure that I appreciated this more than any of the other tier 15 levels. I think I would maybe have put it in 11, you know, at least 11th or lower. Like, I've enjoyed more levels than this. It was actually not really all that great for me. I mean, it wasn't horrible, and it had the funniest meme ever, but, I don't know. Some things were lacking about it, in my opinion. It wasn't quite up to what I was looking for. But, I don't know, still strong showing by Cruz Elroy. I certainly wouldn't turn my nose at it if I saw it in a game, fan game of its own. Points for being pretty, largely adore the aesthetic, the only off parts being the underwater room and a continuity error. Supported by fairly strong design. The custom gimmicks were just plain great. The Polar Night-esque snow was generally brilliant, and the ski lifts had excellent variety, as well as just being a nice mutation on Guts lifts. Combined with an excellent selection of enemies, props for using both custom dev kits fairly well, we've got a cool offering. I guess actually, yeah, that might be one thing I am disappointed by. The fact that the Guts lifts, or the ski lifts, and the snow did not combine. I think that's what made it really kind of stale. The gimmicks did not invent into each other very well. I mean, would it have been very much to have snow falling on the ski lifts? Not necessarily, but, you know, it could have been like a fun aesthetic piece to have like that one skating bunny from the Hell level where you had to transform into the different enemies. Or, you know, Mega Man 8 as a normal person would say. If you had the snow bunnies like skating on top of the screen and having snow blocks falling on you as a result while you're trying to navigate the ski lifts, I think that would have been a really cool and memorable set piece. But it didn't manifest that way, which is a shame. I feel like there's a lot of potential still left to be tapped in this level. There's a few parts where I was less enthused. The primary frustration with the second token, the Buster-only ski lift. Yeah, it was a bit tight on timing. It sticks out like a sore thumb in an otherwise solid difficulty curve. Well, the Snowflakes and Blizzard Men enemies are used well. And the most memorable bomber, Pepe, was the time one jumped on a ski lift and then tried its absolute darndest not to be scrolled off screen. Don't remember that. The unused Mega Man 4 seals also don't get nearly enough attention, which is a crying shame given that's twice now this enemy's been underutilized or more. Mega Man 4? You mean Mega Man 6, Mick? Or am I completely forgetting something? Still, if those are the only real issues about the level, say it's a good show, the boss is less polished, it's a hilarious thing, but the fight can run out as long as the stage. Yeah, too much. Leonardo's only iframes are when Michelangelo's rolling right in front of him. However, all it takes is for your timing to be a little off, and these guys rapidly overstay their welcome. If you kill Leonardo first, solo Michelangelo spends far too much time invulnerable. If you kill Michelangelo first, as I did on my first try, he and Leo will desync in short order, making an annoying mess to dodge, and then solo Leonardo just felt spammy with the constant movement and blizzard attack. Ugh. To be frank, this battle is not worth fighting Buster only, it's better off just use weapons to blow through it. Blizzard Megazord ends things on a high note. He looks amazing. Variety and the vulnerability of the Blizzard Ranger is sorely needed. Unfortunately, his cores and his arms will also desync. Make dodging a royal pain. Yeah, it can. It really can. And then dying against him means you have to do everything all over again. Boo. Unused seals meant for Dive Man stage. Beta asset. Are they in this stage? I didn't even notice them. I only remembered the snowflakes and the seals, and then penguin. I don't know. Crash is having old man memory loss at the age of 26. Seals in the water that dropped the bomb. Oh yeah, that thing. I totally forgot about those because there was like only a couple, and like they didn't really significantly interact with the gimmicks or the platforming. They just kind of got in your way to before starting off a section. I don't think I've had this much of fun with an ice level in a while, not against ice or snow, but compared to this level, it's a little bit hard to think what matches the design here. And from both old and new elements, the unstable snow blocks are easily my favorite since they work really well. Challenge is on full display. Ski lifts are less exciting, but they're implemented nicely. Timing to get through that room feels a little too strict. Yeah, it definitely does. Boss fight, yeah, it's the biggest problem with the level. Too much invincibility. Effectively low HP still means a lot to chew through, though. Second phase was far easier by comparison. Really? Wait, what? Both the stage for much else, everything is so well put together from the level design to the aesthetics that it's worth more than the multiple times. Fantastic work. Let's read Ace Sparks. I feel like going out of order this time. A good stage. A very cool stage, as it were. Yeah, you do let yourself out, like the dog that you are. No, it's really me. Yeah, being underutilized a second time. Yep. Makes sense now. Immediate highlight from the get-go is just some excellent atmosphere, music, and graphics. It's gorgeous. I can't praise enough just how much the stage nails the aesthetic department. Yeah, it really is good that way, in that sense. The higher screen resolutions with the snowfall, which could be something to pay attention to, but that's a small nitpick. Not something I certainly noticed. Snow blocks and ski lifts grok really well. That word just does not hit the same ever since it became Elon Messes. Yeah, that works too. Elon Musk's AI toy. And the stage continues to build on both of these assets the further it goes in. The nature of the ski lift, though, especially makes this a difficult stage, rather heavily reliant on instant death for its challenges. Let's face it, the player is probably only going to die here to do bottomless pits, but good checkpoint placement really helps mitigate any frustration. To remind myself that Mega Man 11 wasn't out when we were making the dev kit, so I'm glad to see that the spread enemy gets to show up here. It's a really nice reactive enemy type that relies heavily on the player finding ways around their counterattack. Yeah, it works well. It does weave itself into the platforming nicely. First token is just mean, owing to the lack of an easy reset. I don't even remember it very much. Press get to fall back on checkpoints. The level also ends on a rather unique Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Man group. Oh, Teenage Mutant Blizzard Man group. This fight is fun. It's hard at a whopping 8 health bars, ran the risk of being utterly miserable to fight, but smartly the health bars are almost just for aesthetic purposes. Yeah, but it still gets really annoying to chew through the first 4 guys and then have a very spammy final boss. First phase is utterly chaotic, or final phase is chaotic. Okay, yeah, there we go. I guess maybe there's a rhythm to it, so maybe I'm the wrong one here. Weapon shred boss though, after a few replays, see what the phase is going for. Overall fun and unique. And for one of your favorites, Ultimate level is one of my favorite levels in the contest. You've done a spectacular job here, well done. Wow. Add that to the Crash Agrees with Ace Spark compilation. You ever do the thing where you Google your name followed by the hedgehog just to see what comes up? I think I did that once in like high school. It might be worth revisiting again. In fact, it might actually be worth revisiting through the lens of Crash Icarus. Let's see here. I might find something good. Hold on, we're on to gold. Because you gotta know that some kid is absolutely named something Crash the Hedgehog. It even comes up here in Google search. Okay, so this isn't the first image that showed up, but it's certainly the more pronounced image. Hold on. Hold on, this is... This is almost an episode of Coolest's, you know, what the hell is showing up in my recommended. Hold on, I have to do some... Because everything nowadays is a WebP to avoid scraping, I have to actually first truly save it as a PNG before I can show it on stream. Okay, so file, save as PNG. Yep, okay, there we go. Alright, thankfully I think this is this is just stream safe enough to show here. Image things, where's the image thing I have? Alright. Okay, that's huge. Scale that down on OBS. Oh my god, that is huge. What the fuck? How big was this image? 2,000... Nearly 2,400 by 1920? What the hell? This does not need to be in half of 4K. Okay, finally, that's actually small enough to fit on screen. Here we go. This is the second image that shows up on Google when you search up Crash the Hedgehog. Anyways, we're gonna mute that. Hope you got a nice long look at it. Otherwise, this was the other thing that showed up for Crash the Hedgehog. Nothing actually all that interesting. Let's see here. The fuck? Yeah, exactly. Can't get shit on Wumpa Island. So true. The theft rate there is astronomical. It might even be 20%, 40%, all the way up to 107%. Yeah, that's what shows up when you search Crash the Hedgehog. Nothing crazy. Makes sense. Somebody's OC from a Smash Bros. Mod. I think the other image was certainly more worth looking at. Sonic covered in Cheeto dust. Uh-oh, Sonic got into the hexavalent chromium bag again. For those of you who don't know, hexavalent chromium often makes orange colors. It's also highly toxic and carcinogenic. Chemistry lessons. More things that nobody ever asked for while watching my stream. Yeah, Sonic looked good in the Crash fit, but it was also very hard to not look at the Sonic fit on Crash Bandicoot there. Alright, Flashman, palette cleanse us, please. Within seconds, you had me hooked. Gorgeous graphics with a stupendous snow effect. I'm a sucker for snow. Pleasant music, a charming premise, fun NPC dialogue, and then a series of warm-up challenges that prepare the player well for what's ahead, including a mild puzzle in the form of a nicely telegraphed token challenge. Ski lifts are a clever addition. Handled well. Satisfyingly difficult usage. Token challenge, an exemplar of the weapon limitations done right. Cutscene around the midpoint wordlessly keeps the story moving. The new challenges in the second half shake up the status quo while continuing to build on the first half, so good. My complaints are mostly minor. A couple setups, such as the one with dual text too close together, could use a touch more polish. Challenge arcs and checkpoint placement aren't quite synced up. 2-8 transitions are used inconsistently. Okay, all this other nitpicky stuff that is functionality that I would never notice. Puzzle progression, blah, blah, blah. I often criticize bosses for having too many health bars. This is an exception. The intro's a good laugh. It sets the expectations for how long the fight will be. Arguably, the second form is too hard to hit, and the third form is a little brutal. Special weapons and a bit of practice make it fun. And the surprise finale is something you really enjoy. Alright, fair enough, Flashman. Not quite my opinion, but sure. Uh-oh, Patchy got a little bit tired on this one. Just in time to watch you leave the stream right as I get on. I'm not leaving the stream. We've still got at least an hour here. Can't get this content by Pink Kitty or Rome. Yeah, they don't have the courage to pull up stuff like this. Hold on, Ilvo, you missed it. You have to Pink Kitty, Rose, and Rome Mithril just don't have the courage to show this live on stream. Let's see. Cute level might have a bit of bias with snow levels in general. Let's see. Little cutscene where Mega Man falls into the snow, falls into the drinky. Little touches like that add charm and personality. Lift thingies are definitely creative. A bit hard to find the rhythm with how they spin. I guess a little bit, but it's not too bad. Speaking of, maybe don't disable utilities and parts where the players will struggle without them. That's what they're made for. Alternatives when you need them. Please don't just take them away. Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, on one hand, Magnet Beam, you can't beat that, but on the other hand, this is something Flashman would normally complain about too. So I kind of get what you're saying, Patchy. Thank you for the delicious content, man. No, that guy is in Mega Man 15. I know that I look a lot like him, but that's Mega Man 15's Robot Master. Okay, we have to separate the two. I need to establish my own brand. I like what Delicious Content Man does, but you know, I'm my own person. I like the Snowblock Avalanche gimmick too. Creative, nice use of puzzle element. Overall, just a very unique snow-themed level from these creative gimmicks. The caveat though, the not so teenage, not so mutant, not so ninja, definitely not turtle blizzard men at the end. Yeah, quite a bit of a fight. Last two men are just a button mash mess? No. Making it more chaotic to have to adapt to the distinct pattern. Yeah, putting a checkpoint between them and the final fight would be nice, but I also had no patience left for the big guy either. Alright, fair enough. Well, Blizzard Man, I hope you take over your shit a little bit better. So what direction do I go to? Okay, I guess I talked to half a stapler. Well, the original Hotchkiss, model numero uno, the first of the flying combat staplers. I can't believe they made more than one of me. You know, manufacturing has a quote-unquote good idea. They'll push anything through, even if the engineering team says no. Can't see Grimm's comment in the actual YouTube chat, but thanks to the display on your screen crash, you saw it anyways. Huh. Interesting. I get to see. Settings could be set to only view top chat, not all of live chat. Wait a minute, like, can't you? Yeah, that's interesting. Hold on, I also just noticed maybe some of these things. I can't. Huh. Odd. Anyways, maybe I'll fix that at some. Oh yeah, it is just set the top chat. Let me like live chat. There we go. All messages. There we go. Okay. I don't know how that changes things. Oh, I guess potential spam. Whatever. Anyways, maybe it's good for me to see. Anyways, what did I miss? Video ripping of Cat Icarus. Oh no. Oh no. Oh ball. I'll never be able to forget you. I'll never play in low gravity again, my poor friend. Bump. Ooh. Straight to the moon. Alright, that's fine. Hey presto, what are you doing up here? Thought I'd be super into having parasocial fans, but now that I have one, my reactions are mixed. Okay, that's a little too close to home for the whole VTuber thing. I'm sure that this will be a good quote to bring up in maybe 2 years' time. I get it. Hardman respects me a lot. He and we see eye to eye. Challenge is the spice of life. But you know, I'm competing in the tournament right now. We can have a nice lunch at a diner after I win. Can't compete on a full stomach. Everyone knows that. The shredded cock spam. Everyone just starts typing nice cock. Well, if you do that, at least put the bowling pin emojis around it so I know exactly how to intonate it. Image not implied that Sonic is genitalialist. Well, no. See, he has pants on. See, if you look closely right here, you can see that he in fact does have pants on. Oh no, I get what you're saying, where if he's not wearing the pants, he doesn't need a sensor bar. I guess it does imply that, yeah. I mean, canonically, I don't think Sonic fucks, so I guess it's a feasible theory. Every male Sonic character is cockless. This is well known. Well, I don't know. I'm sure maybe Knuckles just has one fewer, right? Like, we all know the joke about echidnas at this point, so maybe he has only like 3 heads instead of 1, or instead of 4. Just a water level, but in universe. With that schizoid statement out of the way. Oh yeah, let's also turn the music back down. Cruz Elroy put the previous stage a little bit too quiet. Alright, Water Strider enemies. I'm a sucker for that. Sorry, nothing. Are we gonna get a... No, we don't get a continued sorry, nothing. How did you enjoy the Big Blizzard Man fight? I was not a super big fan of it, but at the very least, I'll now be able to watch your clip of fighting him, no eat tanks buster only, without spoilers. I'll be sure to do that later. But yeah, no, that fight was not really my favorite. I mean, the first 4 phases are simple enough to get through, but they still get tedious and damaging, like, you know, without too much difficulty. So, and then just to cap it all off with then the big boy that's just like a lot to deal with, yeah, not really my thing. What? 0.3? Why? That's a very weird damage number to make an enemy deal. You do realize this, right, in universe? Oh, fuck. Time for Water Adventure 2. Elmo Strikes Back. Elmo? What does Elmo have to do with this? I hope I don't encounter Stop Touching the Elmo. That guy was creepy. I didn't enjoy his vibes. Whoa, what the fuck? That thing had like a conveyor belt physics on it. That didn't make sense. Fun bag steals 0.3. And it was still weird there, too. It's just very strange for a normal enemy to be doing 0.3. Okay, can I not get conveyor belted this time? Okay. Okay, that guy's green. Must mean he's significant somehow. Get you out of the way with a good trigger finger. Okay, I guess he's not. He's just green, and I killed a man for being green, so... Yikes! Crash is not beating the racism allegations, I guess. And only a couple months into being a streamer, too. An adventure that comes from the Sesame Street edutainment game. Oh, right. I remember someone saying that a while ago. Radioactive. Radioactive. I don't know. Radioactive people are okay, right? We'll tolerate them around here. Holy shit! An infinite water shield level. Sign me right the fuck up. I'll take a chance to make this not my least used weapon. I did notice the transition from day to night, sort of. It was very cool. I liked it a lot. Oh, and we got bubbles. Sweet. Slightly different one. Influence our powers to make an episode 0 level with nothing but decimal number damage values. You monster. Why would you do such a thing? Just for that, I'll make sure to do I'll make a Mega Man episode 0 level with only irrational damage numbers. You know, you'll start to see things like pi and universal constants alpha and other things like that. Good luck dealing damage to enemies when you don't understand how much damage you're even dealing. Okay, the green guy actually does do something. Maybe he does stuff underwater, or I don't know. It doesn't seem that different all that yet. You do understand. Well, you might understand it, but like, you know, can you really keep adding 3.145962, etc., over and over and over again in your head and get an accurate estimation of how much health an enemy has? It's gonna rack up after a while, especially if I make the, like, you know, the boss has several health bars. Anything I missed back here? I'm just token hunting right now at this point. It feels like there's maybe a lack of secrets that I have not found yet. Taught middle schoolers math. Yeah, well, I don't know. I've taught college kids chemistry. Does that mean anything? They probably still don't know how to do math, but, you know, I did teach them stoichiometry at some point. They should know how to do math. Although, maybe they don't. It was, oh, that brought back a memory of how scary it is that chemists just don't fucking know how to do math. I remember distinctly one day being in my physical chemistry class, and we had to start doing just simple algebra and calculus equations to discover, like,
or to like calculate the amount of like work or heat that a system was, putting out. And like it was literally just like very, very basic like high school algebra stuff. And people were like, wait a minute, how do I solve for the slope here? That doesn't make any sense to me. Or it's like, well, wait, how do you do this with this equation again? It's like, aren't you a chemistry major? Didn't you take the same class as I did? Like, hello? I know that chemists are just failed physics students, but like, fuck me, it's not that difficult to do basic, like, y equals mx plus b, is it? Alright, I got hit on every single one of those challenges. Go me! It's a pretty nifty way to teleport or travel back to the end, though, so good stuff. Is something already, second bubble shooter. Alright, well, we'll have to come back for that then. Deal negative damage, therefore they heal you. True. I mean, that's a pretty good concept, right? You can have the couple of enemies you don't want to take out, make them heal you. Or if you just want to, doom poor Rom and his perfect run tendencies, you could just make it so that way, you have to rely on healing enemies to out-heal you before the, screen wipe damage enemies can completely just kill you. E obtained. True. I love E. It might, in fact, be the best letter of the Mega Man alphabet, right ahead of W and M. Yeah. I'm not as big of a fan of the floaty controls here as I was in Snorant Pyro's level just a little while ago. Snorant Pyros were a little bit nicer. Sorry, nothing related to chemistry. Yeah, that's the average reaction. The average reaction to chemistry is, oh damn, that shit was hard. I can't believe you enjoyed that. Or, oh damn, that shit was hard. You must be a fucking genius. Or, damn, that shit was hard. I don't have any interest in what you're saying. It's one of those three. It's never anything else. And even in a level that gives me infinite water shield, good old laser trident, nothing beats that. Don't leave the room yet. Oh no, why? What did I miss? What sort of funny can I do here? Take a drink of water in the meantime. Slide into the hole with the spikes. Oh, this one? I feel like this is a prank, but sure. Oh, that's funny. Congratulations! You went and explored a completely useless spot of the map. Have some confetti to make you feel better for taking 6 damage like a total dweeb. I love that. That is honestly a really respectable little Easter egg. Like, nobody has any reason to actually look for that. There's no indication. Nothing. There's no. It's in a place you shouldn't be, and yet the dedication to put a stupid little gimmick there to say, "Yay, confetti." I respect it. This may not be. I'm really not digging this level. It's just very start and stoppy with tons of armored enemies everywhere. But, it's alright. That's, but, that little, inclusion there makes things all worth it. I will say the green spikes are starting to get a little bit disorienting. I'm starting to get the flashbang effect from them. Like, how? They actually... That bright yellow and white flash is honestly really disorienting. Alright, time to not use the... Uh-oh. Time to use my D-pad instead of my control stick for this one. Need precise control of my stop going up movement. Oh my goodness! Who the hell left all these Gordos out here? Just tank it. Fuck it. No need for skill. No need for grace. This Crash has a funny face. Indeed. Okay, that's at least a cool development on the bubbles. Ones that are just stationary you should jump down between. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. This is starting to feel just kind of like generic water level in some ways. Just a billion different spikes. Slow enemies to go through. Not loving it. It's kind of surprising to me. Like, I really had high opinions of, like, MaGMML2's, basically, like, every single one of their last tier levels, or high tier levels. MaGMML3 is, they're not quite doing it for me in the same exact way. He plays the game with the stick. Look, it's fine, alright? Controller Mega Man is not that bad. Everybody talks shit about keyboard Mega Man for the longest time, and honestly, it's, you know, keyboard Mega Man, good, but I got used to a control stick having to play the Zero collection. That shit was unplayable on keyboard. Alright, hi Bubble Crab. Interesting that your minions are doing something. I'll give you that. I'm not really a big fan of bosses that just give me a ton of enemy spam to clear through. Also, good God, you have a long invincibility period. What the hell, man? I know you're on the ground most of the time, but ew. Time for crab. Crab robot. Crab robot. Looks like crab. Walks like robot. Robot Master is proud to have used no hint coins. Wait, is a piece missing? Oh no! An Indonesian artifact. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh yeah, I guess we'll go back for the second token real quick. Yeah, the 3-second iframe bubble crab, not superb. How does Mega Man X keep popping up every single stream? It just doesn't stop. Even when I'm not playing Mega Man games, Mega Man X comes up. And even when I'm still playing Mega Man games, Mega Man X comes up. I can't get away. I'm doomed to talk about that damn series forever. God, those things are fucking tanky. There's no reason that they should take that many buster shots. Ludicrous. Okay, I see. Yeah, I probably should have noticed that ladder. Obvious in hindsight. My eyes! It's so bright! Oh, just get me the hell out of here. Fuck elegance. Wait, 2 things crash. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what did I do? Tell me. Before I leave the stage, what should I go back and explore? I will just color change in the meantime. Alright, going once, going twice, going perhaps even 3 times. Alright, gotcha. The Urple guys being super tanky discourage you from killing them. That's why the green guy in the first token room died super easy. Use your way and just enough XP to level up. Don't make them damageable at all then. If you just want them to be an obstacle, just don't make them damageable at all. Like, I don't know. The incentive in Mega Man game is jump and shoot, not jump and dodge. Like, if you give me the option to kill something, I will. Take that out of context. Make sure to spread the word that I'm just a murder-happy robot. 2, yeah, they should have been. Very true. Though I'm guessing. It's kind of dumb incentive. But yeah, no. Opinion, I did not really like that level, to be completely honest.
It was slow water level, absolutely filled with spikes, filled to the brim with invincible and tanky enemies. And then Bubble Crab was fine as a fight, but also like just why 3 seconds invincibility? Also spammy enemy boss. I hate bosses that just keep spawning more things in. Stop making me have to divert my attention to an infinite stream of minions. It's such an annoying trope that so many bosses use. I can't stand that thing. Just an ice level in MaGMML2, just a water level here, just a steam level in MaGMML4. Yeah, I guess that's the natural evolution of things, and then we're just gonna get just a plasma level in MaGMML5. Yeah, I mean, I guess Bubble Crab does need those enemies to actually do anything, but still, it's just kind of like, if you need enemies constantly spawning in to make your boss fight good, I don't think it's a very good boss fight. Oh god, hold on. Like, oops. Headphones just came off. Oopsie. Like, my opinion there is, like, if you're going to have a boss that actually gets minions as backup, you don't want to have them just infinitely respawning at just kind of somewhat random intervals. You want to at least make it, like, a specific thing that, like, a specific attack that they have to take time out of their day to do. Like, you just don't want it to be a constant stream. You want it to be something that occasionally mixes things up rather than just becomes a giant fucking problem if you don't deal with them. Bubble Crab can only be a threat if he's infinite minions, extended iframes, and can't be pattern locked. Crazy how that works. Don't you just love Mega Man X's design philosophies? Okay, so just a water level. Yeah, I don't know how this got such high scores across the board. There are much lower tier levels that I actually enjoyed more. Sorry, in-universe, if you see this. You know, this just wasn't really my thing. I know that naming scheme. It's not going away anytime soon. But despite the appearances, if there was truly just a water level, it would be very interesting. Bunch of bubbles, an uncommon set of enemies. For the enemies, it was a treat to see Shellin and Surumaker hanging around, especially since Sarumaker. Oh, no, wait, yeah, Sarumaker. I got the chance to swim around a little bit. On a typo or? Oh. Kirby enemies, yeah, I mean, I guess they're okay. It does also kind of ruin the theming a little bit. I don't really get it. Bubble mechanic is a highlight of the level. I mean, it does at least make it memorable. I won't necessarily say that it makes it great. Handles extremely well. Yeah, but when you get it right after Snorant Pyro's excellent gravity level, I beg to differ. Increase and slow your movement. The stationary bubble jumps are a nice twist into something new. That was actually cool. They have the stationary bubbles. I'll give it that. Spikes are both very obvious. A little bit too obvious. They hurt my eyes with how much they want me to look at them. They're honestly distracting. Strong set of gimmicks and enemies. I'm glad it's a solid level design to accommodate them. Everything is introduced remarkably well, particularly the bubbles and yellow glunks. Adding glunks to the list of bullshit enemy names, like Piddle Paddles or Fleabers. And the level maintains a constant growth of variety. Wouldn't say it's perfect. Water bugs are a little underutilized. The bubble crab is a big help, and yeah, I guess. The break bubbles with jumping isn't smoothly introduced, and the token challenges tend to screw up the difficulty curve. However, even together, these aren't very big issues. The level's overall blast to play. Good aesthetic, semi-glitchy boss doors, something real solid. Top notch, whoopsie. Top notch. Ton of wow factor. Close to best in show. Maybe. I don't know. I enjoyed MaGMML3's top 10 way more than 2, but at the same time, felt like the majority of 2 was kind of effective. Like got 2 to tier 9. Had skip teleporter was such a massive buzzkill. I don't know. I really enjoyed MaGMML2's top 10 way more, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. I enjoyed MaGMML2's like top 15 a lot more. All of them were very strong showings for me.
Although, yeah, to have a very high tier level with a skip teleporter is questionable. Why does it get that high if it gets a skip teleporter? The care and detail that's obviously gone to this level elevates it from being just a water level, though things are just moving through. And the lights of the level, even the use of the slopes and the curved edges, give the stage a polished feel. Sure. That is such a minor thing to compliment, but sure. How things were introduced, enemies were initially demonstrated, conveyed in a simple and effective way, leaving no room for confusion. Giving the player an infinite use of water shield makes for an interesting challenge, and yet it's still your worst option, too. Okay, also, I guess that's another thing that ticks me off about this level. In the same way that I dislike how X5 just gives you like 500 toys and says, I don't know, play with them, half of them might be good. Why are you giving me infinite water shield in this level? It's only mildly effective against any of the enemies here. It barely shields you from anything considering how the curvy enemies fire off like 10 shots at a time. It doesn't like, specifically eliminate Gordos or something like that. Like, it's just there. Like, the water shield does nothing in this stage. Elect Beam is way more energy efficient and way better at dispatching all of the enemies. Infinite water shield doesn't make any sense here. If it was X6 meme, then infinite water shield would make sense, because that's the best weapon in that damn stage. But it doesn't work here. It's not changed the difficulties much to make the stage feel different. Graphically, the level's well constructed and drawn, has a very professional feel to it. Cares when put in the color palette. This music is awesome. I guess it is, yeah. Simple change to the original Bubble Crab fight, which felt like new, reasonably fresh fight. Simple change? I guess. I mean, I don't remember. Like, the Bubble Crab didn't exactly use his signature spikes in any way, so. Saw the boss coming from a mile away. Alright, Ace Spark. Sure you did. There was a small couple of... I'm not gonna say that. I know that's not what it means, but I'm not gonna say that. The bubble seems to have a square hitbox, making judging collision difficult at times. The tokens seem to be a very large difficulty spike, which made the level after the tokens seem a little simple. The sea anemones, a bit too much health. Yeah. Felt very samey. Despite this, small points that do not significantly harm the level. Are you sure? Because that really sunk a bunch of other levels. So you calculate the total scores between all the games, and the Identity Crisis remains highest overall. Fair. I mean, it was a very good one. I think I still preferred the level that nobody asked for a little bit more than Identity Crisis, but, it works. Dual Satellite's still the best shield ever. Very true. It's hard to compete with something that just infinitely reflects things in a Mega Man game full of small bullets to reflect. It is disgustingly good. I would say a Dual Satellite's probably number 1, followed by Junk Shield, and then I would say Water Shield's the third best, and I really like Water Shield in Mega Man 10. It's very effective in that game. Granted, Mega Man 10's weapon arsenal is also kind of stunted. It's not that great, but, like, it works really well in Mega Man 10. It does not work very well in this game. It does not work well in this fan competition. It says that it'll be put in the... Oh... As a naughty child. Closest thing to be effective is like Skull Barrier, Acid Barrier, the fact that you can actually block stuff. Yeah, I was just about to say, I would put Acid Barrier, honestly, kind of low. Like, it's not... Acid Barrier kind of sucks when you don't use the power gear to it, in my opinion. Like, I guess it does do all the projectile blocking, but, like, bullets are slow in Mega Man 11 for the most part. Like, they don't really get to you that often. And so, I don't really find much of a use case for them. Granted, it's nice that you can shoot while using the shield. I'll give it that. That's something that none of the other shields actually have going for it. But I strongly prefer actually using the power gear on it. That's the only time I'll ever use the acid shield. Because when you get to the territory of, like, the destructible bullets, things that are basically, or the, non-bullets but still kind of projectiles, like the Picket Man pickaxes and the cone missiles, like, that's where Acid Shield should shine. But if I recall correctly, only does so if you use the power gear form of it. If you don't use the power gear form of it, it just goes right through. It's sad. Why did they neuter my boy so much? It's not fair. They should have just made it so that, like, I don't know, the power gear was the default option, and then when you, what happens when you use power gear is just the normal shot, and then power gear is like, I don't know, the shield is like big, like say maybe 3 times the like 3 or 4 Mega Mans wide, and then that just does good contact damage. Essentially, you have a poison damage over time field around you. That would be great. Not sure it would be much better than some of the other options in Mega Man 11, but I'm sure for small enemies it would be good to just plow through them. But what's done is done, and Acid Shield's not the worst thing in the world, you know, so it's not Leaf Shield, so I'll deal with it. Star Crash is kind of underrated. It does alright for what it does. There's some enemies that's really effective against. Yeah, OG Leaf Shield is just dog shit. Star Crash is more costly Skull Barrier. I can mostly agree with that. And Junk Shield is better offense, but doesn't really protect. I prefer it being more offense-based, so I give it some credit for that. But, I don't know. I think it also does protect a good bit. If you actually just have bullets on screen, it's very durable. If attention to details, the difference between a good level and a great one, say it's a great level. Look at how the background gets darker as you sink deeper into the water. Look at the directional areas that make the bubble introduction even smoother. Look at the conveniently fast exit from the token challenges, the intelligently implemented soft screen borders, and the little shortcuts for people who've mastered the special weapons. Look at how the boss pulls in elements from across the entire level, and how his enemy generators cursedly explode when he does. The entire level? I don't think there's any bubbles in Bubble Crab, thank you very much. Big pictures equally deliberate, buoyant music, eye-catching graphics, blah blah blah. Aesthetics good, meaningful challenges, damage spikes instead of regular ones. I guess that's better than the usual water level trope. Blend of Kirby, Classic Mega Man, and X is surprisingly okay, sure. Maybe Glonku's entirely too sturdy. Everything's entirely too sturdy in this stage, sir. Faster load times, not a real problem anymore. Fewer two-way transitions. Easier second token, hidden beautifully but too difficult too soon. Yeah, I guess it was maybe a bit of a clusterfuck to actually get over there. The ability to pop bubbles while riding Rush Bike. My god, I can't believe... This man's the only person who's ever used Rush Bike in his life. Why do we need Infinite Water Shield? Because it's not good enough to justify otherwise. Screen count's fairly sizable, the level never feels long. I guess. Maybe debatable. Nice palette cleanser between the bubble sections. I'm here for the gimmicky goodness of navigating creative obstacle courses. Maneuverable bubbles live up to their potential. Love the twist with the stationary ones. That one is pretty good. Thoroughly professional, just plain fun. I forgot there's like 3 different weapons in Mega Man 11. I barely used all the gears because of course I did because I have brain problems. I mean, I think Mega Man 11 has probably the best roster of weapons, period. Maybe, I mean, between it and Mega Man 9, it's pretty close. And, I mean, if you're including Power Gear in that discussion, it's not even close. Mega Man 11 has the best weapons roster, in my opinion. I don't know what they were thinking with Chain Bomb. Default Chain Bomb is dog shit, and I would never use it against anything ever for any reason whatsoever. Power Gear Chain Bomb is the way to go. Plant Barrier is pretty bad, too. I agree. Look, I think Flashman's assessment of Plant Barrier is the right one. You don't use it defensively, you use it to aggressively bash enemies because for some reason Plant Barrier does way more damage than any shield normally has the justification to do. And Scorch Wheel is useless. I mean, I barely even consider it a shield. I mean, Junk Shield's the real one in that game. I think Scorch Wheel is more or less just very weird, gimmicky, delayed wheel. It's just its own kind of bad weapon. Weapon modes, I see. Bubble Crab's attacks, which stripped from the shell enemies earlier. I guess that technically counts. Not using gears in 11 Giga Chat. I think I did that on my... I think I did that for my second playthrough, because I was very excited by the prospect of not having to use the gears in Mega Man 11. You know, it kept true with the difficulty. And I think it was one of my most fun playthroughs ever, honestly. Fighting Wily without using the gears is, honestly, it is a fucking Chad move. It's hard to do. Destiny label as a shield weapon. Firestorm as a shield weapon. I'll give Firestorm as a shield weapon, but yeah, I don't know. I guess Scorch Wheel, maybe not. Not a level, just a water level, not a jail. Naming caught your attention. Coming thinking it might be a parody of just an ice level. It's not, just way better. Makes use of the gimmick well. Create a bubble usage. Highlights. Unique take on the bubble gimmick. I have to say the controllable bubbles are a little awkward. Yeah, pressing down is kind of awkward to use, but there's some strange decimal damage values. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Apache, for actually being bothered by that. You're not the only person. Boss is more interesting. More of a horde management battle. The water gets lowered. It's actually more helpful than harmful, so it makes it easier getting rid of the skippers. Oh, look, it's Ilbo's favorite NPC. It's Flashman. Oh, it's Flashman. I see. Even an old misery guts like me can't deny that this tournament is fun. I wish I could stay in this moment forever. Oh wait, I can. Yeah, you don't have infinite weapon energy, sir. You'll run out eventually. Oops, sorry, as you were. I guess he does have infinite. Oh no, somebody stole Cutman's hat! I never came back, I can't afford to lose them. You'll never financially recover from this. But bluntly, I need your help. Please find my scissors. I feel so dull-witted with nothing on my head. Okay, well, I'll take a look for them later. For right now, we'll get one more level in before we head out for the night. The thing Scorch really has going for is the weakness of 3 Robot Masters. Yeah, but usually you're better off just using Freeze Cracker or the other one on anything. Comes up if you're doing boss rush, you want to conserve the things. Yeah, exactly. Hit F9 after talking to Flashman. What does F9 do? I think I usually use Gears rarely, just due to runbacks to bosses I died on after game overing. Only human stages in 11 are enormous. I mean, whatever. I mean, the Gears are fun. When I just play through Mega Man 11, you know, again, casually, like, yeah, I'll use the Gears all the time. But, you know, it's also a fun challenge on its own to just go Gears only. Dunes of Discharge by End Blast. Alright. Shinryu's bronze favorite. We're going to be seeing, like, a lot of... Just realized, yeah, we're going to start seeing a lot of levels that just have tons of favorite stickers on them, huh? I'll take a screenshot. I see. Oh, it gets you an unlock. Gotcha. Huh. I didn't even notice. Well, I didn't get anything. Anyways. Maybe after fully talking to him? Or... Wait, maybe hold on. Maybe the order's like this. No? Alright, whatever. I'll figure it out another day. Alright. I've already gotten it. Gives you Flashman in the costume shop. I think I did unlock him. I don't remember how I got it, though, because I don't think I've ever pressed the screenshot button. At least not on purpose. Ooh, okay. Funky. I like it. I like the funky music. Commando Man vibes, too. I always felt these Beatles fit very well with the Commando Man theme. I like it. And we're already off the very good enemy challenges with them being introduced. I love the sign, too, that it's basically Beetle Crossing. That's so fun. And obvious secrets, obvious. Talking about beating the Wily stages. Yeah, I guess I might have pressed the button on accident. Wow, that's not an obvious secret. Okay. I shouldn't have doubted you, level creator. Sorry, Death. Sorry, nothing. Oh, hey, Ilbo, I actually did kind of want to ask while you're here, because I haven't been able to figure it out. Like, generally speaking, what is your stream schedule? I would like to actually try to, you know, pop in every once in a while. It's just that I have no idea what the fuck your stream schedule is like, so I haven't actually been able to consistently do so. Granted, I mean, most of the time, you are streaming probably right when I'm going to bed, but, like, you know, it would be good to know. About that. Yeah, alright. That's kind of what I figured. Oh god. He was real. Okay. Huh. Very delayed sheepman platforms. Interesting. I guess we'll see how that pans out. Don't have one. Alright, fair enough. I will try to, oh god, hello. I will try to, you know, keep up with the MaGMML Discord, because that's probably the best place for me to honestly keep at it. Okay, those Mets stay on me a little bit too well. You know, I try to check Twitter every once in a while, but, you know, Twitter only circulates so many things into a feed. Okay, come on. These Mets are maybe a little bit too annoying. Like, yeah, they're obviously not a problem if you don't let them be, but, like, they are fast as hell when you actually just let them go. Not sure how much I like that. Anything over here? No, just for some reason that gets rid of a spike? Okay. Other wires running about. Alrighty. Stream at any point of it over 7 p.m., 10 p.m. when I start. When I could literally DM you when I go live personally. I don't want to... I would rather not put that kind of pressure on either of us. You know, I should have fucking saw that coming. That was so obvious. You know, I'll just try to take a look. I'll see if you. I'll look at your status on Discord, and if you're playing something, I might. I'll give it a check if I have some time. You know, if I'm appropriately have the time at that time of night. But yeah, most things, definitely if it's like starting at 10 p.m., there's probably not much of a chance of me coming on. But, you know, earlier, you know, maybe. It is a shame, though, because right now I do have a lot occupying my schedule. Like, obviously, right now I'm booked, Okay, interesting. Which way is the bonus path? That's bonus as fuck. Let's go bonus. Like, I'm streaming, you know, Monday, Tuesday nights, and also Thursday nights, and me and one of my friends play Baldur's Gate 3 on Wednesday nights. And then Friday is usually, okay, well, I need to start prepping to start doing video editing, or it's now my one night to relax, so, you know, it tends to be... October is a little bit of a crunch for me right now, but, you know, I would like to attempt to actually say hi every once in a while. Always down. Chat in VC if you want. Yeah, and, you know, sure, of course, you know, we'll get there one day. I still genuinely do want to do the Mega Man X chat eventually, but you know that's also contingent on me fucking finishing this game and moving on to playing X6 myself, and you know being able to blast through those faster than you can. Best use of sheep blocks in the contest? Yeah, I think it's a good reinvention of the sheep blocks here. I think that's pretty cool. The fact that you can actually activate them remotely, both on and off, is pretty neat. What do you do? I'll steal you. No one will ever know. I see. Okay, cool. That's a nice reinvention of that Mega Man 6 enemy. Don't get to see that thing very often. Oh, why did I step on that? That was a bad idea. Ooh, okay, this is a good combination of the things happening. I like that. Although it didn't really make me retreat back down. Those burns are not that durable. Fuck, that was clumsy. Alright. More free time than you know what to do with. Fair, fair. That's why I need to actually get off my ass and start sending you more shit to edit. Hopefully we'll do that this weekend. I have plenty of timestamps, just, you know, things I actually need to refine more and be like, okay, was this actually worth clipping, or is this just kind of a, okay, maybe half of a funny haha kind of moment? I used to have more time than that I knew what to do with, and then I started this whole fucking streaming thing and started taking it seriously. God damn me for actually taking things seriously. What? Oh well, my time here is spent well, and it's fun, so what's not to love? Ow. Yeah, I'm not going all the way back just to not going all the way back there just to hit a switch. Good old magnet beam, nothing beats that. Hey, the Baghdad Battery. I've seen this in Mini Minuteman's videos. I know about weird conspiracy shit. Is in fact not true that that those things were used to power giant pyramid lasers. They were just, in fact, shit found together that maybe does not have enough context to actually put things together about what they actually do. Found together in modern Iraq, these artifacts were dated from either Parthian or Sasanian empires, reigning between 150 BC and 650 AD. While the origin and purpose of these items remain unclear, researchers hypothesize that these function as galvanic battery cells. Researchers don't actually hypothesize this. Students have shown that putting all the components together and filling them with an acidic electrolyte like grape juice indeed can produce current. There are more hypotheses about the true purpose of the battery. In 20XX, more archaeological research is still undergoing near this facility, trying to uncover more historical mysteries. Yes, it is true that some people did in fact try, but it is also not true that, you know, it definitely is what's going on there. You look special. Okay. Oh, but I get the enemy a lot more now. That's actually a very fun way of reusing, a real archaeological myth as a Mega Man enemy. I get why we now have an electricity-themed, you know, generic Middle East stage. It makes sense now. Ow, what the... That's kind of rude to hide something new underneath a wave of sand. Sags a band. Figuring shorter form edits you can handle yourself. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's honestly less that I can handle them myself in some capacity, and it's more that, holy shit, there's so many of these things I need to make now to actually catch up. Like, mind you, remember, we're still on tier 6 of clips. We're almost done with the main contest portion of the game at this point. I am desperately behind on all that. Granted, there were a couple streams that didn't exactly have all too much going on, so, you know. It's not like we're gonna have absolutely everything to sift through, but still. It's I simply just need help with the volume of actually catching up to where we are in the modern era. Okay, I mean, this is... Okay, I'm really not interested in the fact that now all of a sudden those electricity things just start dropping, you know, glass balls on me. I mean, I guess it's good that they were introduced before this segment came up, but, like, it's not... It doesn't... There's no clear reason as to why all of a sudden they're raining down upon me. Let me guess, reset teleporter for the token? Please use the teleporter if you want to go back to the beginning of this corridor. Fair enough. I like that part of the level design. Electricity do be heating the sand and the glass, though. Shit, I guess you're kind of right, but also... I don't like it. I don't like it. Last mention I sent. I don't know. Last thing I see is the electricity thing. I mean, I see the bombs over Baghdad stuff as well. I just didn't comment on it. Hey, Gravity Man. What's up? Welcome to my secret layer crash. Wait, what? I'm not Gravity Man. In disguise, it's me, Battery Man. I took over this facility. I love the fart music in the background. This sounds perfect for Wario Land. Cut it out, Gravity Man. I know you're scared of maintenance checks more than humans fear dentists. Isn't it too much? You break into this facility, you terrorize the staff, and you steal from the local hat shop, entirely localized within this region, so your Mets compose as an oriental dancing troupe? I believe it's enough. Let's go home. It seems that you don't understand the gravity of the... Aw, hell. Definitely Gravity Man. You don't understand who is in charge here. Behold my galvanic glory. Ooh, threatening color scheme. Nice. Ow. Oh, fuck. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Gravity Man suddenly has got the hops. It must be his shoes. Okay. Kind of a weird attack with the glass then. It doesn't exactly do a whole hell of a lot. Just don't stand in the middle and you're fine. Okay, well, I guess I just got... Again, the classic crash talk shit and gets hit. Took you a bit? Yeah, you know. Had to catch up on chat. Every song on the stage is from Shantae. I had a suspicion it was from Shantae. I have never played any of those games, but, you know, I have an understanding of what the music sounds like from there. Oh, I see. That's why you might be stuck in the middle like an idiot. He actually crosses you up occasionally. Ow. Bastard. Ow, bastard. Gravity Man has reinvented himself, and it hurts. Gravity Man, please, for the love of God, back away. Alright, sweet. Good fight. Spider-Man is an unintended Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I'm sure you could dig everything and find a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, but I guess so. Arga Kuga. Whatever the hell you are. The, Pirate's Curse? No, this level had so much sand. This was Curse of Ra. I know you're talking about Shantae, but couldn't pass up the opportunity. For that one Shantae song with the breakdance beach remix a lot and know zero other things about the series. I've never heard of that. I mostly know about Shantae music through other means. Let's leave it at that. Half Genie Hero. Monster Hunter. Ah, I see. A series that I should be into, but just every time I've thought of maybe trying it out, my friends have already gotten like halfway through the game, and it's like, well, no point in trying this. That was a really cool level. I enjoyed the combination of platforming and enemy challenges quite a bit in that one. I would say that I got sick of the Mets, but, you know, what East Coast, well, no true East Coaster gets sick of the Mets, so I guess that's, you know, showing off the Midwest heritage. But, I don't know, otherwise, the level was pretty cool. I think it gelled with me pretty strongly. I'm not sure if I would say this is like a top 3 level for me, but it was definitely one that I will remember pretty fondly. It had a very unique aesthetic, combination of gimmicks. I thought the glass making was just a little bit shoehorned in. I get what they're going for, but it doesn't quite make sense. I love the fact that it's trying to like make use of the Baghdad battery, you know, archaeology type thing. It's pretty fun. And then fake Gravity Man is a very fun fight there at the end. So, yeah, I don't know, really strong showing. The only thing I could really complain about is the Mets and the glass. Those are the only two things I'm not super big into. Curse of Sand, coarse, rough, gets everywhere. Oh, God. Thank goodness we didn't have to fight Darth Vader here. It's a Siva Gunner Ripper Napados in that era. Makes sense. It sounds exactly like a Siva Gunner concept. Favorite flagship monster? Okay. I have no reference to anything Monster Hunter. I know that you can hit thing with hammer, big hammer. That's all I really know about the series. Oh yeah, and then also they go like super hard on like the food for some reason. Let's see, the concept of combining lightning and desert gimmicks is something you haven't seen yet. I agree, it's kind of interesting. Every asset's used well. The electric Mets are an alright enemy, but they make even better invincible obstacles. Yeah, they do, actually. Button blocks are an extremely excellent twist on the sheep blocks. The users are very excellent. Especially as a nerd who knows how glass is made. Ha, yeah. Everybody except the chemistry guy picked up on that, apparently. Everybody except for the guy with the giant green glass fucking round bottom on his chest picked up on the fact that the glass was being made with electricity. This is combined with a really fun design curve, slowly introducing and building on various assets. Playing great. Some personal highlights. I really like the bracket-shaped room with the blocked-off dance mats. The best showing as an obstacle enemy, and it was satisfying to dodge them all. Suzak and Phoenix are much more fun than the originals, and they fit in pretty nicely too. Although I guess it is strange that one of them's using wind. That's not exactly a theme of the level. Longer button blocks are fun. Tokens are rewarding. And the pack tracking teleporter is really appreciated. I also agree. So I don't have to throw myself off a pit. Gravity Battery Man was not only hilarious, but also fun to fight. Less important end, I found Mega Man felt weirdly out of place here. The level has an excellent aesthetics, don't get me wrong, but they were just different enough from Mega Man himself that it felt off to me. It does feel a little bit more like Mega Man ZXy. I will say that. It's not bad, but it does feel a little bit outside of classic series aesthetics. It's not cartoony. I mean, it's cartoony, but I don't know. The second token is Awesome Challenge. The sheer number of spikes is awkward. On the more prominent end, I get the intent behind the Baghdad battery, but I just found it annoying. While I like the warning signs of the Beatles, I found they got boring compared to everything else. No, I found that their bug swarms were varied and interesting. I liked that a lot. This was a very enemy challenge focused stage, and I liked that a lot. Got everything in food, fondue, dango, actual culinary cuisine. Then you make glass by heating up sand by watching the Bionicle movie, weirdly enough. Glass tomato sand was such a what the fuck fact to learn back then. Huh. I guess, I mean, yeah, I think when I probably just learned about it when I was in, like, elementary school. It was probably just, like, a thing that came up was, like, here's how glass is made, you know, whatever. I think maybe my very first exposure to it was, like, there was a Fairly Odd Parents joke where, Francis the bully got, like, encased in sand, and then, like, somebody, or maybe it was he encased Timmy in sand. It's one of the two. And then the other one fired the flamethrower at the poor entombed child, and it looked like ice to me at first, but no, it was actually entombed in glass. And I think someone had to explain that to me, and that's when it first clicked. The desert sand is sterile. I mean, it's so fucking hot, like, it almost has to be. In terms of pure platforming, this is one of the best design stages in the whole contest. So many good things, despite the stage it's hard to pick a place to start. For one, I like the take on sheet band blocks. Uses both timed barriers and in race to the finish type scenarios aren't necessarily new, but the elongated timer on them allows for much more interesting layouts. Agreed. When you just have the same old timing on the sheet block, it kind of gets repetitive. Absolutely love the interaction between the electric surges and the falling sand. The resulting glass shards can be a little tough to avoid at times, especially in some of the small rooms, but still pretty manageable given you can destroy the shards as well. Yeah, but I don't know. At a certain point, I just kind of wanted to speed through the stage, and it was making, I don't know. It just felt like another obstacle where I could just face tank my way through, and it'd be easier to do that than actually dodge them or engage with the gimmick at all. Their fast-moving projectiles, coupled with their small weak point, typically make them kind of a pain to take out, which is without being careful. I don't know. I think they're fine. It's alright to have an enemy that, you know, fakes things out, not just instantly taken out by the charge shots. They do counterattack very fast, though. They're usually in a bad place to not get hit by their first shot, though. I guess Laser Trident is always a good solution. Enjoyed the rest of the level. The whole section leading up to the end boss was nicely done. Redoing the segment in case you messed up is great. Battery Man managed to be a fun and engaging boss. Glass shards get incorporated, which is pretty nice. All in all, it's a very easy choice for favorite levels. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Darth Vader carefully heating up all the sand on Tatooine into glass with his lightsaber so he doesn't have to walk on it. He just rolls out the laser carpet. Honestly, just fire the Death Star at Tatooine, and I mean, maybe instead of blowing it up, you just turn it into a glass planet. It gives a whole different meaning to glassing a population. That face. Definitely a unique theme, combining aspects of the desert and electric together. Thanks for some engaging sections. I'm a sucker for custom mets. Love the little buggers here. And the crystals formulating from the laser and sand is a unique touch. Difficulty is just right. I would agree there. With more practice, I could probably do that without taking damage. One token room near the beginning where you can dive into the quicksand and slide to the other side to postpone activating the timer. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's less of an oversight and more of a congratulations, you puzzle solved. You are rewarded for doing that. Intentionality is such a good and important part of level design. I tell that a tremendous amount of consideration and planning went into this level. It's the beautifully crafted learning curve, the steady difficulty progression, the clear telegraphing of things. And focused variety.
Challenges have been polished to perfection. Multiple playstyles are accommodated. Checkpoints and power-ups appear in all the right places. Yeah, the storms don't feel like enemy spam, probably because they're very dispatchable and, you know, they're telegraphed, so it's good. Unlabeled pits, yeah, sure. A couple technical issues are also worth noting. Switch activated block should be off by default, both for consistency and to avoid an odd glitch that's possible after using the very thoughtful return teleporter. I mean, I guess. Yeah, it would make sense rather than them being on. It's kind of strange when that happens. It's a small nitpick, but it's also generally pretty hard to skip the button, so. Expect dink noise. Oh, didn't even try using specials on this stage, so wouldn't even know. Shortcomings are forgivable. Personal preference. Good quality. I wonder if they also, I just noticed, I wonder if they plan to have this, all the tier 15 levels have had a different colored border. I wonder if they intended for this one to be, you know, sandy, orange, and yellow. Certain aspects of the stage did not land as well for me in the second time. Unfair to change it now, and clearly my initial notes reflect positively. All the foundational aspects of the level gelled really well. Reimplementation of Sheepman's gimmick was the best bit. Feels like such an obvious improvement over the original idea that I'm surprised I've not seen it before. The other visit ideas work really well on the stage. Using sand as a vertical platform is a gimmick I've always liked. Just changing the attacks in the mid-boss make it feel like a whole new fight. Broken rooms are fun, all different, giving a sort of lore to it. Last quarter of the stage brings everything together nicely. So, where's the complaints, Ace Spark? Come on, what's that 79 out of 100 for? You're the odd one out with the low score here. Pink electric shot, which seemed both too fast and was impossible to predict where it was being fired, has never seemed to aim correctly. What? He shoots it at you, like directly at you. What the fuck are you talking about, Ace Spark? Huh? Add that one to the compilation. What the fuck are you talking about, Ace Spark? He shoots it straight at you, wherever you are. What are you saying? It's literally the most linear possible attack pattern you could ask for. Like boss fights that bring the stage's aspects of the reusing and dropping glass is a nice touch. Do new enemies at the stage down a little bit. As soon as you fail to kill the enemy, yeah, it does become very frustrating. Add that to the agreeing with Ace Spark compilation. The Baghdad battery was particularly annoying given how the charge shots were ineffective. I mean, it's fine to have an enemy get in the way of your charge shots. I think that's good, so that way you're not just blasting everything. Naming the level felt a bit generic, and seeing the electricity involved in the stage would probably have made it feel less so. Despite this, the stage was fun to play, very important, and is in fact the best thing in a Mega Man level. Humor landed. Museum got a hearty laugh out of you. And it didn't when I got to play it? I don't know why, it's in the notes. Maybe at this point, judging by myself, I'd seen so many unfunny situations that my sense of humor has melted. Perhaps a little bit, yeah. You saw one too many exploding bosses, and you were just like, ugh, I can't stand this anymore. I'm going to go with my past self and learn how to say that this stage is funny. Next week on MaGMML3, comfortable footwear, farming, and audio equipment. We've reached the top 4, folks. Oh boy, I love farming so much. I know so many things about it. Oh, what the hell? This is an enemy? Drunk Blotch Hatch. Look out below. Oh god! Alright, well, this stream has turned to trash. We've gotta go. Thanks everybody for coming. Next week we'll be back to the top 4, rounding out the, last of the actual competition levels and moving on to, whatever lies ahead afterwards. And then we'll be going on over to, on Thursday we're going to be playing more Sweet Home, so I encourage you to come through that. It's a very fun little horror game, and I'd love to show it off to more people. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for the entertainment and the company, and yeah. Bye.